Hello and welcome to Rathods Science Academy. Today in this session, we are going to see current affairs of 8th October 2024. So let's get started with our discussion. So always before reading your newspaper, you have to keep two important things in your mind. First one is your UPSC syllabus and second one is obviously previous questions. So that you can understand how to select the articles and how to read them, whether you are reading relevant to your exam or not, that thing that you will be understanding. And next one is you will be also knowing like how UPSC is giving question from that topic from prelims and as well as means. Okay, let us see the first article, see the title guys. What is this? India signs $750 million currency swap deal with Forex starved Maldives. So here, where is this Maldives located? Where is this Maldives located? In Indian Ocean region. So what is the relationship between India and Maldives? Why India needs to support this Maldives? Why? Why India came up with this policy of currency swap? They are in economic crisis. So what? Every country is in economic crisis, but why India need to support Maldives? Yes, which policy is that? Neighborhood first policy, right? So here, in align with our neighborhood first policy, India is supporting Maldives now. Okay, so now here, this article is important from India-Maldives relations. So from which subject you will be studying about this topic? Yes, from GS paper 2, international relations, and from GS paper 3, under economy, and from GS paper 1 under geography. So in geography, in world geography, you will be studying this topic called as islands. Yes or no? Islands. So is Maldives an island nation or not? Is that belongs to coral formation? Yes or no? So in coral islands or coral formation, how many types of coral reefs we have? What are they? Fringing, barrier and atoll. So to which this Maldives belongs to? Is it belongs to fringing or barrier or atoll? Okay, so here we will be reading this topic from islands and as well as corals, types of corals. So from economy point of view, you have to see about what is this currency swap agreement. So what is this currency swap? Yesterday in our class we discussed exchange of currency between the countries. So we are going to give dollars. In return, they will be paying rupees, but interest is applied. So they have to pay even interest whenever they are returning our money. And from IR, what are the things we have to check with? Yes, you have to see about areas of cooperation. So in which areas? For example, you have to see trade. So how trade between India and Maldives is going on. And you have to see historical relationship between India and Maldives. And you have to see are there any military exercises. And especially you have to focus on why Maldives is important. What is significance of Maldives to India? So this is your work. You have to see which are the areas of cooperation between India and Maldives. And you have to open your atlas and see important lines which are dividing India and Andaman and Nicobar, India and Lakshadweep, India and Maldives. So we have 8-degree channel, 9-degree channel and 10-degree channel, and you have to see which islands in India is dividing by that so and so latitude. Okay, so we have to cover all these points. So in our yesterday's class, we discussed about just what is this currency swap agreement. So apart from this currency swap agreement, even there are some agreements which had been signed now. So you have to focus on which agreements we had signed. Okay, clear? Now let us see why it is in news. India has signed $750 million currency swap deal with Maldives. And why? Because we are going to give some support to this alien nation. So tell me one important reason why now Maldives is in economic crisis. Why Maldives is in economic crisis now? So why? Okay, tourism had been affected. Why tourism had been affected? Yes, tell me. Okay, India had it is not exactly sanctions. So because of hashtag boycott Maldives movement, which happened recently, which attacked, which mainly affected this tourism in Maldives. That there is decreasing of tourism in Maldives, and actually Maldives is such a country which entirely its economy is dependent on like tourism only. And even because of climate change, so these are the islands which are facing lot of vulnerability. And if there is at least like 30 to 40 centimeters rise of water, then most of the islands which are present in Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean, they will be submerged. So these are the countries which need to be focused on stability in the future, because of climate change, each and every country has the impact, but these are the countries they are going to have much more impact. Okay, so here in this agreement, they focused on trade, tourism, and cooperation in various sectors. So here you have to add points like, so what are the agreements that we had between India and Maldives regarding trade, and earlier how we are promoting tourism, and now what additional things we are going to add now with our new agreements. Okay, so that if you are getting question, actually in this 2024 mains you got question regarding Maldives, and 2025 there is no scope of getting question on Maldives. Okay, so in this way also you can predict questions in your mains. So what are the important aims regarding this deal between India and Maldives? We are going to enhance economic ties now, first important point. And second one is we are going to improve stability between India and Maldives relations. And next one is we are going to address this regional security. As you all know that this country is present in Indian Ocean, if you are having any ports there or else any military locations there, so that we can ensure even increasing of security and stability in this Indo-Pacific region. So for that also this Maldives is very very important for India to improve its presence in Indo-Pacific region. Okay, so that we can also support Quad countries. So what are the key points that we have to understand? We are going to focus on economic stability of Maldives, because we are providing $750 million currency swap. It is very crucial for Maldives now because it is in debt trap. So one of the important reason is because of even Chinese dependence. Okay, China coming up with infrastructure development in the same way that had done in Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka was in now debt trap, and another next country is going to come under debt trap is Maldives. So India is helping that to come out of this debt trap. And next one is we are also focusing on improving of bilateral relations between India and Maldives. And next one here is, as you all know that Indian tourists they significantly reduced this year because of hashtag boycott Maldives movement. And again, we are expressing a hope of resurgence. That means coming back to the normal position. And next one here is trade opportunities. We are going to have a potential free trade agreement. So what is this free trade agreement? Okay, if you are signing this free trade agreement, will be any barriers, trade barriers? No, no trade barriers, so that we can occupy other markets, so that we can increase our production, and as well as we can boost our economic prosperity and economic growth of the country. And we can also ensure that countries are having economic resilience as well. And next one is for maritime also. So these agreements are very, very useful. And if you see the historical context of relationship between Maldives and India, so India has past interventions during crisis, and actually we had lots of agreements between India and Maldives, and even we gave importance to Maldives under neighborhood first policy. And next one here is, yes, we want to continue whatever the historical relation we are having with Maldives, so that we are coming up with new agreements to continue that relation, so that India will become a reliable partner for Maldives in this crisis situation. Say this article, guys. Tribal leader Rajappa to receive award for welfare, forest conservation work. What does this article is about? Okay. So what you have to focus in this article? They are focusing on environment conservation next. Okay, welfare. Next, tribal leader. So whenever you are getting any tribe in use, that will be very important from your prelims. You can get a question like tribe and in which state they located. Or else they will give the tribe and specialty of that tribe. And even in your essay, whenever you are writing dimensions from your environment, can you write this article as an example like for conservation also government will be recognizing them and providing awards. So actually in ethics also in today's class itself we discussed about conditional, okay, conditioning thing. So in that condition, operant conditioning thing, like we have to give rewards and punishment to change the attitude of people. If you are giving an award for so and so person, obviously entire community people will be getting motivated and entire people will be participating in conservation. So whenever you want to focus on environmental like conservation and increasing of forest, everything, can you add this case study in your answering of case study part? Like recently government gave awards to tribal so and so person who belongs to so and so tribe for conservation. So in the same way, awards and rewards can be used for changing of attitude of people. Can you relate it now? Yes, right? So what is the keyword? Forest conservation. So from which subject you will be reading this topic? First, from GS paper 3, environment and ecology next. From GS paper 2, society and social issues next. From GS paper 4, ethics. And next, from GS paper, not GS paper, from anthropology, you will be studying about tribal anthropology. So there you will be studying about different types in India. Okay. So tell me what are the dimensions you have to see now first from environment and ecology. Can you see what are the laws present in our country regarding conservation of forest or environment? What is that? Forest Conservation Act. Next, Environment Protection Act. Next, Wildlife Protection Act. So you have to revise all these acts which are present. And apart from that, you have to see what are the causes of deforestation. And you have to see what are the measures can be taken to promote afforestation. And from society point of view, here you have to know tribes and from which state they belongs to. And next one is important feature of that tribe. So you have to make a table of format. And next, so how society plays an important role in conservation of forest. Can you add this dimension? Yeah, from ethics point of view, attitude change. From this topic of attitude, that too, what are the methods of inculcating attitude or developing attitude? Operant conditioning. In that operant conditioning, you will be seeing rewards and awards. Okay, rewards and punishments. And from anthropology, you have to see like why this tribe is involving in conservation of the forest. Clear? So all these are the dimensions that you have to learn from this article. So who is that leader name? So try to write down this name of leader and from which tribe he belongs to. His name is Rajappa. He is a tribal leader and conservationist from Jenu Kurumba type. So the name here is Jenu Kurumba type. So here he has been nominated for Hilikanu Progressive Adivasi Wildlife Award. And this award is given for the persons who focus on wildlife conservation and especially from Nagarhole Tiger Reserve. So tell me in which state we have this Nagarhole Tiger Reserve? Karnataka. Okay, that means to which state they belongs to? So not only that, here you have to see whether those tribe are living only in that state or any other state in India. Because tribe concentration is not there only in single state. They are spreaded here and there. And you have to see what are the special features of this Jenu Kurumba tribe and as well as in which state they located, what is their livelihood. Okay, because in your anthropology you will be studying even livelihood of the tribe. So when we move from one tribe to another tribe, the livelihood and the way of living, their culture, everything will be getting changed. Okay, and actually, yes sir, recording అవుతుంది. Sir, live is going on, sir. Sir, now in my office. So his work is based on integrating social development with conservation, and they are also focusing on voluntary relocation to benefit both communities and wildlife. So actually his work, that person, tribal leader, he focused on conservation of that forest, and even he focused on voluntary relocation of the people and even wildlife for their maximum benefit. So because of his work, so he got this award. So what can we understand here? Cultural heritage preservation is very, very important. And Rajappa, he focused on importance of preserving both tribal culture, biodiversity, and even he highlighted the need for coexistence in conservation efforts. So how humans need to coexist with biodiversity. And what is the thing that we can understand? We can understand about the leadership quality. So even in our GS paper for ethics, we will be studying about this topic of leadership. Okay, when we read about the foundational values of civil servant, one quality we need here is leadership. So there also you can add this article as a case study. Okay. So because of a leadership, we will be having a positive impact on tribals. Especially we will be having impact on the local governance. And even what happens, we will be getting significant community benefits if you are having a proper leader. And next one here is the resettlement initiative demonstrates a model for addressing human-wildlife conflict. So actually, we are having this problem of human-animal conflict. So to address this problem, can we use this article as a case study and can we tell that we can use this tribal leader so that we can address this problem? Yes. So for this problem of human-animal conflict, the solution here is we can use this tribal people and local community. They know better than anyone about the local circumstances. And this one is we can also focus on community empowerment. So if you're giving award to this person, entire community will be getting empowered and everyone will start take some efforts to control or to conserve their environment. And this one is, so this award will be also helpful for sustainable development. We are focusing on environment protection and as well as sustainable development in these forest areas. Okay, and this will be giving always motivation and as well as vision for the next generation people. Clear? And see this next article, nutrition supplement, nutrition support for TB patients hike to 1,000 rupees. So what is this article talking about? TB. Okay, so TB patients. So what is the target of our country regarding TB? Elimination of TB. What is the year? 2024 or 5? Will we achieving that? No. So actually the scheme which came up by the government for addressing this problem of TB patients is Pradhana Mantri TB Mukt Bharat Abhiyan and as well as Nikshay Mitra. Okay, Nikshay Mitra. So these are the two schemes and Nikshay Poshan, Nikshay Poshan, Nikshay Mitra and Pradhana Mantri TB Mukt Bharat Abhiyan. So under this scheme, government will be giving 500 rupees of initiative earlier. That 500 has been increased to 1,000 rupees. And even government came up with extension of the scope of Nikshay Mitra, under which the people who are having BMI, that is BMI, body mass index, which is less than 18.5, then for that, for them people, so they are going to get more supplements from the government. So that is the thing which mainly said here. So what is the keyword? Keyword is tuberculosis. So from which subject you will be reading this? And schemes under GS paper 2, governance. So what are the dimensions you have to see? You have to see about what is this tuberculosis, causative organisms, and what is the treatment plan. And you have to see recent new medication, BPAL, and you have to see aim and objective of government to end this TB in India, and whether we are going to achieve that or not. If not, what are the measures can be taken by our government of India to achieve the target of elimination of TB. And next here you have to see what is the scheme, under which ministry they came up with, and you have to see important provisions of that scheme. And next one is you have to see what are the advantages of that scheme, what are the challenges. And next one is you have to give a way forward. So if you cover all these dimensions, then your work is done. So if you see the context, it says that the Union Health Ministry has increased the monthly national nutritional support for these TB patients from 500 rupees to 1000 rupees under this Nikshay Poshan Yojana. Okay, under this Nikshay Poshan Yojana, so Union Health Ministry increased the monthly stipend. So this initiative now even covers household contacts of TB patients under this Pradhan Mantri TB Mukt Bharat Abhiyan. So under this scheme, they are also going to provide the community social support, and they are increasing the nutrition supplementation for the patients who are having the less BMI, that is body mass index, which is less than 18.5. Okay, and even the nutrition assistance which had been doubled under this nutrition supplement under the scheme from 3000 rupees to 6000 rupees. Okay, so what will be the advantage of this scheme? Advantage and disadvantage. Advantage and disadvantage of this scheme. Yes, government expenditure will be increased. It will be burden on government exchequer. Apart from that, community support they will be getting, nutritional security they can maintain because now government is providing more amount of money. Next, the burden on the family can be decreased. Next, come on, next. More cure, how? Okay, we can reach our target at little bit at least early. Next, check that. I won't, if I tell again you will forget. No, no. So there is increased financial support from 500 to 1000 rupees. And next one is there is also increased nutritional support from 3000 rupees to 6000 rupees. And even they are including household contacts in the scheme, so that family health is also focusing now, so that the transmission rates can be decreased, so that we can achieve the target of elimination of TB, or else we can't. And next one here is there is targeted nutrition for vulnerable people. So actually, while they are getting TB, so constantly they will be coughing, and everything will be like burning sensation. Even sometimes, if they're coughing, they will be getting not only sputum, even blood. So at that time, they can't have proper nourishment. So for that, yes, those individuals will be normally malnourished, and the BMI will be obviously less. So for them, if you are providing support and giving some external things which are required for the body, obviously we can strengthen the immune system. If your immune system is strong, your immune system will be fighting against this bacteria, and it will be helpful for coming out of this disease. So these are the things that you have to remember. And if you see about this Nikshay Poshan Yojana scheme, so this scheme by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, and in this scheme they are mainly supporting TB patients through DBT, that means directly to your account. You will be getting 500 earlier, but now onwards you will be getting 1000 rupees. So what are the initiatives which are taken by the government at global level and at the national level to combat this TB is, at global level we have this WHO. WHO launched an initiative called as Find, Treat, All, End TB. So here under this, the global fund is provided by this WHO, and they want to stop TB partnership, and they are releasing even global TB reports so that we will be getting data like in which country we have high number of cases and which country need to take steps and how far those steps are efficient. From India point of view, we had this national strategic plan for TB elimination, and we have this plan of eliminating TB by 2025. And we have Niksha ecosystem. So in this Niksha ecosystem, we have National TB Information System, and we have Poshan Yojana. That means you're focusing on nutrition, and we're also focusing on financial support under this. And we have TB Harega Desh Jeetega campaign as well. And even we are focusing on vaccine for this TB. Currently, there are two vaccines against this TB in India. First one is VPN, Vaccine Project Management, and next one is MIP, Mycobacterium indus prani. Okay, so they have been identified, but they had not been yet released into market because they are under just phase 3 clinical trials. And we have this action project. It is a project of TISS, that is Tata Institute of Social Sciences, and you are providing even psychosocial counseling for this drug resistant TB, because one important problem of this TB is drug resistance. Okay, so they need even psychological support. So that support here TISS is providing. And what is this Nikshay Mitra? So Nikshay Mitra is a program which launched by our president in year 2022, and this initiative is focusing on additional diagnostics or nutritional or vocational support for these TB patients. And next one here is there are more than 47,000 Nikshay Mitras which are helping around 8.8 lakh TB patients. They had been connected in the portal, and in this portal they will be getting support of nutritional requirement or additional diagnostics or any support if they want, they will be providing under this Nikshay Mitra. Okay, see this article. India slipped on an academic freedom index over past decades, says report. So what is this report is about? Academic freedom. What is this academic freedom? Academic related to education. Okay, so why India slipped this rank in this academic freedom? What is happening in India in universities or like graduate colleges, higher education? No safety for women. I'm not talking about safety of women here. I'm talking about just academics. Yes, UGC is holding the control of universities and colleges. Next, there is increasing of government control in this colleges. Okay, so from which subject you can connect this? From education, especially from GS paper to under governance. So you know that recently we got this religious freedom index report. So that also said that India's ranking is degenerating. Again, academically also India is losing its relevance. So if you see, India's academic freedom had significantly declined over a past decade. So earlier it is like 0.6, now it is like 0.2. In the next year if you see, it will be 0.0. Okay, what happens? India's name and fame with the international level will be decreasing. So we can't attract any students for our Indian education, right? So this is a one important problem we are going to have in the future. So if you are having good ranking in this India's academic freedom, then we used to attract more number of students. As you all know that India is very good for medical tourism. If you're having good ranking, so even India will be very good for education tourism, so that we can attract foreign students. But here ranking is very bad. So who is giving this rank? Free to Think 2024 report, which given by Scholars at Risk. Okay, Scholars at Risk gave the report, and the report name is Free to Think 2024, and India's rank, it is very low, and India's points is 0.2 now. So this report is saying that the ruling party, which is trying more to control universities, and they are trying to control limiting of the student protest, and even India is classified as completely restricted, in a category of completely restricted academic education. So institutes like JNU, SAU have implemented policies that are further curtailing the student expression. And even there is increasing of tensions between state government and union government regarding higher education control. So because of all these things which are going in India, that led to the very low ranking of India. And India's category is completely restricted education. Is it is it good for a country to be very ambitious, to be like developed country by 2047 we can achieve that target if you're having this kind of ranking? No, right? So here this ranking is saying that there is erosion of academic freedom in our country. There is increasing of government control of higher education. So because of this, it will undermine innovation, there will be no intellectual diversity, and even there will be no research and development in this. And next one here is, yes, BJP imposition of Hindu nationalistic agenda in education institutions, which is also indicating that, yes, now there is ideological conformity which is going on. So because of this, it mainly undermines the foundational principle of academic independence. And next one here is, they are suppressing the protest of students. So they are cracking down the dissent of the students. And next one here is, even you can see like state versus union tensions. So now here issue which is going on between state of Kerala and union government regarding educational governance, regarding who is the vice chancellor of universities. Okay, so that is the thing you can see. And see one more article, ultra processed fast food leading to cause of diabetes in India, says one study. So actually, the diet which is having advanced glycation end products, that is age. Advanced glycation end products. So this is the one important reason for increasing of diabetes risk in India. So especially people are having this fast foods like burgers, pizza, especially processed foods. So it is one important reason for increasing of diabetes cases in India. That's it. So just remember this age. So if you are getting this age in news which is related to which disease, it is diabetes. So from that way you can get a question. So here now Nobel Prizes is in news. Every year we will be getting Nobel Prizes. How many categories they will be giving Nobel Prizes every year? Literature, medicine, physics, chemistry, medicine, literature, economy, and peace. So there are 6 categories. So what is the process, do you know, to get this Nobel Prize? So every year they will ask for the universities, and as well as anyone, they can nominate a person and the work they did. And after that, these 6 fields, they have separately Nobel committees, and they will be reviewing. After that, they will be shortlisting 15 from each category. Okay, and after that, they will be giving these topics to the subject experts, and after that, they will be finalizing. Okay, so this is the process, but anyone can nominate. Okay, and actually giving these awards will be by Sweden and Norway. So those will be giving that, because this Nobel person who started this, he was from Sweden. Okay, so now medicine is in news. For next 1 week, you will be getting one category every day for next 6 days. So actually, you have to know. You need to. You need. Actually, there is no need of remembering of name. Also, you can't even pronounce that name. But you have to know this year this Nobel Prize given to medicine from this area. Why they got. So just identify that. It will be enough. Okay, so the discovery of microRNA changed understanding of gene regulation. So this year in the field of medicine, they gave Nobel Prize for identifying of this microRNAs. So you have to know what is this microRNA. So microRNA, they are nothing but short non-coding ribonucleic acid. They are not coded like full RNA. And how many nucleotides they will be having? Micro means small. It is having just 20 to 40 nucleotides like A, G, T, C, adenine, guanine, thymine, and uracil. And actually, they participate in all biological pathways in animals. But why identifying of this RNAs is very important, because everyone knows that RNA will take part in protein synthesis process. But these microRNAs, they will not participate in this protein synthesis, but they are very important in carcinogenesis process. Carcinogenesis is nothing but cancer developing process, and transformation of benign tumors into malignant tumors, and metastasis. So in these three processes, this microRNA is very important. So because of identification of this microRNAs, so it will be very easy to understand the process of cancer formation and cancer progression, and to treat this cancer. So because of this microRNA this year it got Nobel Prize. So what is the meaning of carcinogenesis? Carcino is nothing but cancer. Genesis means formation. So it is nothing but formation of cancer. So what happens in cancer? Uncontrolled cell division. Cell will be dividing without any control. Okay, so thereby normal cells are transformed into cancer cells, and this carcinogenesis or formation of this cancer is also called as oncogenesis or tumorogenesis. Cancer is nothing but tumors, formation of tumors. And next, malignant transformation. So whenever tumors are forming, for example, if they are at a place, if they are not moving, if for example tumor happened here and if it is staying here, that is called as benign tumor. So here from one place to another place, whenever this tumor is moving, that is called as malignant tumor. So here from benign to malignant transformation. So what is the role of microRNA? Okay, so this is the thing which also studied here. So because of this we can understand this microRNA is also having the role in malignant transformation. And next one is metastasis. Metastasis is nothing but the spread of cancer cells from one place to another part of the body. And here in this metastasis, we can't even identify like where that cancer cell is moving in our body. So this stage is very difficult, so that we can't identify the movement of this cancer cells. Okay. And see these articles, retail inflation may have researched over 5% in September, says economist. So here you have to understand what is this retail price inflation and what are the important indices like CPI. So in this CPI, consumer price index, again we have different types like agricultural laborers, industrial workers combined. So you have to see and revise that topics. And here there is one more article, India nudges UAE for $100 billion FDI goal. So here you have to know what is FDI. So what is foreign direct investment? Investment from other country to our country. So in this foreign investment we have FDI and FPI. Which is good? FDI or FPI? FDI or FPI? Which is good? FDI. Why FDI is good? Okay, which is for the long term? FDI or FPI? FPI is called as hot money. We don't know when they leave. So if they are leaving suddenly, it will be causing economic shocks of the country. So FDI is very good because not only money, even we will be getting investment and even we will be getting technology. So that will be helpful for overall growth of the country. Okay, so these are the important topics that appeared in our today's Hindu newspaper. So by this I'm concluding. Thank you so much guys for watching, and if you like this class, please hit the like button and please do share this class to your friends. Thank you so much for watching.